The new year seems to be starting off strong with the January Direct, all but confirmed now it would seem. So what has happened? Well, one of the biggest indicators that the Direct is coming sooner than later is that Gamestop has once again posted new game SKUs that are set for upcoming release. Now for those who don't know what a SKU is, it stands for stock keeping unit, and it's a number that products in stores get to help track the inventory for the business. Interestingly enough, this is not the first time GameStop has had this happen. Last year at the end of August, they let slip that SKUs had been added to their database for new Switch games, and we all know not long after that we received the Nintendo Direct in September. And additionally, GameStop let SKUs slip again ahead of the E3 showcase for Nintendo. So it has become a common trend now that once these Switch SKUs get out to the public, that a Direct usually isn't too far behind. But most of us were already speculating that a January Direct was going to be the case. This just adds an extra piece of evidence that pretty much all but confirms that a Direct is right around the corner. Now let's talk Amiibo. Some people have been noticing the pattern with Amiibo that could solidify that the Direct will come soon as well. After looking into things, I'm honestly very confident that Fighter number 5 will release in January. What makes me believe this is because of the Amiibo. Dark Samus and Richter release on the 17th, but they're not compatible with 6.1.0, so there needs to be an update before then, and ever since Joker, new Smash Amiibo have always dropped the month of a character's release, so I really don't think that Fighter number 5 will be out in February like I've seen lots of people assume. That January Direct seems all the more likely. Now it's worth noting patterns have definitely been broken before, however given the fact that we have all this other information around the Direct, I'd say it's safe to say that this logic seems to make sense and we will probably get the Direct before the 17th of this month. The 8th and 15th are prime targets for this January Direct now, as Wednesdays tend to be one of the most common days for general Directs. On top of this, people have been pointing out that the Switch is possibly getting a console firmware update coming this month. Now the date it's scheduled for is January 6th in Pacific time. Now that's interesting since I don't know how it would tie into a potential Direct. Having a Direct on the 6th itself seems very unlikely since I'm not sure there has ever been a big general Direct on a Monday in the history of Directs, and I know for a fact that one has not happened on a Monday in any recent times. So it seems odd that this maintenance is scheduled for Monday. If it does have anything to do with the Direct, you would assume that the maintenance would happen after the Direct and not before. So I'm not sure this is going to tie into the Direct, but I am curious to see what it is all about. And lastly, something fun that has popped up is a tribute to Melee of sorts, as Smash Ultimate will be hosting the event Melee is Life, where you will only have access to some characters and stages that were in Melee. Now the date of this event is pretty timely all things considered, as it will be ending on, you guessed it, the 6th of January, similarly tied in with that Switch maintenance. Now I don't know how or if this will end up relating to a new character coming, but it's interesting that they're having such an event when you look at all the other surrounding factors like the Amiibo and the Switch maintenance as well as the GameStop SKUs. I've even seen some people theorizing that this Melee event could be a hint toward the 5th fighter being someone who was cut from Melee during its development phase, but that theory to me is way too far out there and I don't put any faith into that at all. But it's funny to see how far people will go to try to literally connect every dot possible, even if there's no logic to hold them together. On the front of who the actual 5th fighter will be, I don't think anyone is 100% sure at this point. From talks behind the scenes, as I said, there have been a few names thrown out there like Dragonborn from Skyrim. I think a lot of the kos-mos talks have quieted down, but it's interesting that Bergman said he was going to press for more information on kos-mos and he never really came back with anything. So take that as you will. It's looking more likely that this 5th fighter is not going to get confirmed by a reliable source before the reveal, but we still have a few days left, so who can really say for sure? That is going to wrap up this video, guys. Let me know down below, what do you guys think of all the speculation? Do you think the Direct is right around the corner? And who do you think that fighter number 5 is going to be? As always, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with future content. My social media links are down below. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.